Namaste. Myself, Dr. Samya Villanovat. I'm a chief consultant at Diabetes US at Pune Valley. I will be here today to talk on the topic diabetes and diet. I would say many patients are very curious about diet and they keep asking, diet for every single disease. And they're also worried when they come to especially an Ayurveda, they think it is being said to them that diet is very important. It plays a very important role in any treatment of whatever the diseases you're suffering from. And yes, I will say no for it at all. Diet, exercise are the main important prioritized part of the treatment when it comes to a metabolic disease or you call it as a lifestyle disease. So it may be specific only about diabetes today. It's quite a trending diet or in the market. I would say online, offline. There are many dietitians, the naturopathy doctors, or the particular nutritionist diploma course BP. So everybody is concentrating on your diet. So what we call it as patya. So what is actually a diet and what is a patya? So how a normal healthy person does we also should follow a particular diet, or it is only when you become a diseased person then you have to follow a diet is the biggest question. So there are patients who ask, doctor, okay, I mean, especially who comes under my reversal treatment program, their major question is, doctor, you have asked me to stop this particular food articles. So, or I have asked them to avoid it, I have asked them to reduce the quantity of it. So their concern is how long I should do this, or from when I have to start back, or can I start back once I complete the treatment? Okay. So, let me tell you, before I go in about the diabetes-oriented diet, let me just tell you a few general points on the diet. So, you should know a few things. The first thing is about what to eat more. See, I'm eating everything in my food. Like I would be giving a particular, many talk about the carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, or the food article which gives you those particular things. So the first thing I would always say, you should always know what to eat more, or what are the things you should eat less in your diet, or choosing that particular fibrous food for that particular disease or that particular person, and the area of using the local food or the staple food of that particular region. So that's the third thing you should know. And you should know which are the particular food articles have to be careful when you're suffering from that particular disease. And you should also know what are the triggering food articles in that particular disease. And for you, I mean individual person, which are the specific triggering food articles. So if you understand these general points, these 3 to 4 what I said, if you understand and if you apply these things in your routine, this goes for any diseases. So this is like two ways. One is disease dependent, another is individual, the person who's suffering from that disease, dependent on that particular specific individual. Disease specific and the person specific. That's how the diet goes. Coming to the in-depth coming to diabetes and diet. When I speak about diabetes and diet, you have to understand. There is nothing for like you should start adding up any particular sugar-free things or replacing your artificial sugar and then start having the organic sugar. Yes, every small changes would get your major results. I mean, every small changes together would get your major results. I would never say no for that, but just goes on that what diet I should really follow when I'm diabetic, because I have like a general portion of my patients is like I have a different relatives who is suffering from diabetes and they are taking a different line of treatment. Some have been of insulin or modern medicine, some have insulin homeopathy, some for naturopathy. There are many other Indian systems like Siddha It's always just doing some holistic things. So everybody has their own decisions or own choices to make. And they all also will tell you you should follow a particular diet. Some will advising you to follow keto diet or what would fit days. Some would say particular protein diet, like you can have a meal of proteins like chicken, eggs. You should completely cover your carbs, which is increasing your sugar levels, and you should only have the fibers food. So people are so confused. See, first thing you have to understand, if you are trying to take care of your diabetes or you're working towards your sugar levels, you please think when you start any diet, you understand whether my sugar levels are out of control. If yes, then am I gonna follow this diet just to get those sugar levels under control? Or I'm gonna work towards to take care of my diabetes or that particular metabolic disease I'm suffering from. That is a lifestyle disease. So when I speak about lifestyle, there comes the diet as the first option, size is the second one, priority, the third is the medication. So all the three things should go hand in hand. So coming to that, so doctor, what should I follow? Yes, you have to follow. If you want control, if any of your people who have advised you, ask them that. Why did we start with that particular diet? Did you start that particular diet? Do yet you supplement under control? Was your fasting was high? Was your postprandial was high? Or your A1C was high? Or any other issues you were suffering from? Any other your profile of cholesterol was also involved? Or that particular person is really obese and his obesity was contributing for a diabetes. So he follow the particular diet to reduce few kilos or the faster reduction or the fat metabolism. What exactly he was trying to do. So if you understand what all he is trying to do, then you will be, oh, okay, that should I follow this or not? Am I obese or not? Should I follow lose some kilos or not? Because there are two types of diabetes. We call it as push-up-promethi or split-promethi. The one who is suffering obesity as then become a diabetic, as there is a other category of people who is actually losing the weight because of the diabetes, who is losing the weight. So you have to decide yourself which diet I have to follow. You feel that, or you a right person to follow that. Once you make the decision, keep your goals very clear. What are the things? As I said, the initial general points, like what to eat more, what to eat less, or which one is appropriate to the particular disease, which is more contributing to the disease. Make those lists, those food lists which you are taking. I mean, right, if you are to take what are you eating, and then is there any particular food or routine which is contributing to those things, then second research you have to do is how can you replace those things with what you had to replace it. And then you have to make it like which is the food you are not able to live your life without having that. It's like some people are like they can't live without coffee at all. But yes, by the time they finish my treatment, they realize how much the coffee was contributing in his individual diabetes values or in individual diabetes management or the reversal. Then how you will be. Because everything is a habit and which we have choose to make that habit through a lifestyle. So that depends on like how I want to follow that particular diet. It's not something like you have to or somebody is pressurized us to be done. No, I will take for the other mistake what we do is once you take care of these things, when it comes to South India, never demand so want to be absorbing the lot and they don't demand. When you go out of like India, you demand for Indian food. You should understand your body is so beautifully manufactured on it is created in such a way. The mechanism inside your body is so beautifully. It can adopt anything you do, depending on the climate, the place, the food. Why am I saying yes? For example, what we generally in South India is more of rice, or let's say now we have few millets. But if you go to Arunachal, India, they do more like Punjab, UP side. They eat more rotis for all the 3 times. So they have a paratha in the morning, again the roti or a paneer stuff, and the night is also a roti for that. How a South Indian can't eat without rice, the North Indian can't eat without rotis. So why is that? The wheat grown in that particular place has a capability to get digested easier when they live in that particular temperature. So never try to give a Kashmiri really in a Bangalore, so that would definitely make you get a fork. So they'll say, no, I shouldn't have had it. But even though it is so poor, it is being grown there, and for the people who eat there, it is very easily digestible. So they eat happens every day. It is that is being grown in their local area, that particular soil, that particular temperature, which is lighter for diabetes. So when you take the other food in the other areas, which is not grown in that particular region, then it makes you heavier for digestion. That is where diet plays a role. So coming on here, it's not only about the diet. You should also be very careful about the timing of the food. So this is the second thing is about staple food of that local area at home. You go to UK, US, and you eat what people eat, and which is cultivated in their place. Don't push yourself. In that, you have to speak them whatever the list you have already done, like what we eat more, what dribbles, what we eat less, depending on that you have canals. So coming to the after the staple food decision, the third thing is about your food and time. So it is like you should always make sure you are having it before sunset. That's what I advise to my patient. 7:30 is maximum is your dinner time. Don't eat after that if you're suffering from any metabolic disease, because post to that you have to go to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you should always have 2 hours gap before you before bed after food. Then only the metabolism can be made easier, because your metabolism is not like another healthy person's metabolism. So it is a diseased body. So you have to make it easy for your metabolism to work, your digestive system to work. Then you have to give the food early. So you always should make sure you're having the food in the right time. That should be in the like morning. 8:30 should be your breakfast. 1:30 should be on lunch. And dinner should be 7:30. In between is a time if you really feel of hunger, if you could appreciate the hunger, then definitely you can have your snacks, whatever your doctor has advised. That is again comes under your list. So okay. So doctor, how can when it comes to diet, the major patients will also ask, like as I said in the beginning only, is the diet for a healthier person? Is there any particular or a diet for in Ayurveda? Yes. In Ayurveda, there are different varieties of soups or the which is prepared out of legumes and oils being said according to the one or according to the season. What to eat in summer season, a healthier person who is going to have diseased. What to eat in rainy, what to eat in winter season, so that they can take care of that. Hence, the way it is. So the patya is also being said to a healthy person. So the patya or the diet is more stricter for the person who is already been suffering. What is this? So coming to the and was the last point I will say, in that my patient concern is, doctor, should I have to follow this diet forever? See, after I made sure which food is actually trouble, after I deleted those food from your routine, if you start feeling healthy, and if I have bought you a replacement of the craving that particular food, then it is good always to put that and lead your rest of the life. But if you're really fond of it, you're not able to leave that, then I have to talk to your doctor. How to come out of it? And I always suggest, if at all if your body has given you that feeling of feeling healthy, because one of my patients also keeps saying, doctor, whatever I do to it, I will feel healthy. Even though everything, the report, everything is knowledge and procedures, still there is a feeling of health is completely different. So it's the joy if that particular routine or the food is giving you that feeling, then don't worry about your other cravings for the food. So this is how the diet and the diabetes works. Majorly, I would say diet and any other metabolic diseases works. It's not exactly the patients how they talk to me. Doctor, should I control my potassium and sodium because my creatinine levels were going high, especially once they have entered into a diabetic complications and they're already the kidney is been involved. Then they will be more concerned about that time. Then yes, then if the okay, doctor has told you that is the one particular phosphorus or sodium content in that particular food is increasing, then you have to quit that. So I would say no. But it is not necessary in every disease. It is only a very specific, disease specific kind. Otherwise, every food also every mineral. So if that is the case, you have to stop it and breathing. Everything has a sodium, everything has a phosphorus in it. But it is only the ratio varies. One has a more sodium, one has a more phosphorus. So how do you make a decision if that is the case? Then have to stop eating every food. So I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to do depending on your individual form. Just don't, when somebody says, that's fine, you have to portion back yourself for what you want to follow that particular diet. I mean, to control my sugar levels or to control my diabetes, or is that my doctor has asked me over to, am I losing weight? So how can I? And there are people who say, it's like, doctor, if I eat this, I lose a bit. But what? Increase the quantity. So everything matters. To do this, you need some person's guidance, definitely. But I'm appreciative that guidance person is also your doctor who knows your body well and he knows the disease level you are suffering from, or the stage of the disease, or how bad is the severity of the disease. Then that is the right person to get you on diet chart. I mean, customized diet fee. So other than this, any other fibers, what to eat, which all carbohydrate, sugar, all those things, you can get it anywhere. You can also get it on the websites. There are many other diet forms, but just don't keep reading everything and don't keep experimenting on yourself like trial and error. It is just because it's just a food. It is not a medicine. So I don't need to worry. I can let me just try and see. No, it doesn't work in that way. You should never experiment on your body because I would say food is the utmost medicine. And we also say when we take a food in a right quantity and the right food, it acts it can make wonders in any diseased person. So it acts as a medicine, but we know how to and how much to what time and the duration to manage those things. So this is all about diet and this. There are many things, specific diets for the hormone imbalance and the diabetes that can be found in my other videos. Thank you.